right? I'm standing outside the cottage here in Rickenbush, Dean's Bush Cottage. And this, of course, was one of the original homesteads here in Canterbury, in the whole Canterbury region. John and William Deans from Scotland emigrated to this cottage in the 1840s. A relative of theirs, Bob Deans, in 1905, the originals team, scored a very controversial try which was disallowed in the end because the Welsh team dragged him back over the line. He was a relative of John and William Deans. And later, of course, Robbie and Bruce Deans, relatives of Bob, who, of course, relatives of John and William Deans, who originally moved here. John, of course, later with his wife Jane, who lived there with him in the house as well, and their children. Later, they moved out of that house. But this was the original homestead. And as I say, we're playing this weekend against Wales, which has very little to do with the fact that John and William moved here, but you can see where I'm getting at. Continuing with our history of rugby, I'm standing outside the home of legendary All Black Don Fergusson. He was a member of the infamous tour of 1944 of Wales, and we're going to head inside and talk to him about rugby in the good old days and what he makes of this All Black team that's been named to take on Wales this weekend. Don, you're no stranger to skirmishes with the Welsh and the black jersey. How do you think the game of rugby in generally, though, has changed since you played?
Well, it's a faster game. You need to be fitter. There's no doubt about that. But I think the skills are about the same. You know, people still do very much the same thing.
This weekend, of course, the big game against Wales, the All Black game. The selections. How do you think they've been? You've seen the team. What do you make of the selections on that? Don. Don.